Alright then, let's try this. This is take number 4, folks. We do apologise for the delay here. We've had some technical issues, but we think we've got everything up and running now. My name is Rob. Welcome to the vidIQ new user webinar, where we're going to talk about all of the vidIQ tools that you have at your disposal. Thank you very much for signing up. And we're also going to take your YouTube questions and do a little bit of channel audits as well. Let's do this. Yes, my name is Rob, and what we're going to be doing very shortly is inviting Jeremy, our resident YouTube expert, into the webinar, where we're both going to be talking about all of the tools that you get here at vidIQ. And if you have any more questions about YouTube, do please ask them. But what we're first going to do is just give you a little introduction to how vidIQ works with our beginners guide. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Make sure you start firing up those questions in the chat, and we'll be more than happy to answer them. Here we go. Before watching this tutorial, please ensure that you have downloaded the vidIQ app from the Chrome Web Store. Simply search for vidIQ and click the Add to Chrome button. With that done, let's get started.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
vidIQ upgrades your desktop YouTube experience to a whole new level. So let's look at some user interface changes first. On all YouTube pages, you will see this real-time stats bar that allows you to track your YouTube channel wherever you are on YouTube. Down the left-hand navigation panel, you will see new creator tools exclusive to vidIQ, which we'll touch on later. Also note that you can mouse over some of our tools, such as the video likes to dislikes ratio seen here, to uncover even more analytics. The same goes for our real-time stats bar and many other tools. The next thing to keep an eye out for is this vidIQ tool button. It does many different things on many different screens. For example, on the YouTube Video Manager page, it allows you to copy cards, send the video to Facebook and more. Wherever you see this button, click on it and see what you can do. Finally, when you install vidIQ, a Chrome extension button is added to your browser. Make sure to click on it, as it gives you shortcut links to important YouTube screens, as well as access to our web applications that give you further insights into your YouTube channel. vidIQ includes over 100 tools to help you research YouTube, discover the secrets behind successful videos, audit your own channel, and take action that helps you get more views and subscribers. When you perform a search on YouTube, vidIQ will add several key metrics to tell you what's happening behind the scenes. You'll be able to see monthly search volume and the performance of the top videos in that search term. The keyword score rates a term at a glance, weighing search volume against video competition. The higher the score, the more valuable the keyword is to produce video content for. vidIQ will also reveal the tags for each video, and you can click on these tags to launch our keyword inspector for even more insights, including interest over time for each keyword. The most viewed tool found on the left navigation panel lets you research YouTube in a completely new way. It shows you what's trending right now for your keyword based on views, video velocity or engagement. What makes this tool super powerful is that you can filter the search in unique ways, such as searching for the most viewed videos on Fortnite by channels between 1 and 10,000 subscribers. If that content is blowing up for them, maybe it can do for you too. If there is anything you need to know about any video on YouTube, our legendary scorecard is the place to go. From video insights to social media engagements, SEO data, video optimization, channel stats and more, this tool will help you uncover the secrets to the success of the video you're watching. The Competitors tool allows you to keep tabs on video creators who create content in your creative space. As with the most viewed tool, you can discover what content is working for them and add your voice to the conversation. One of the tools we are most proud of is the channel audit. It gives you an instant channel health snapshot and shows you which videos are performing best on your channel under different metrics. This is the content you should be producing more of. The channel tool also helps you improve your tags, titles and descriptions, as well as alerting you to quick fixes, such as where you have forgotten to add videos to playlists. vidIQ will help you take actions that give your content the best possible chance to flourish on YouTube. When you fill out your tags, titles and descriptions, our tools will suggest words and phrases that best suit and optimize your metadata. Our SEO score ensures your video has the visibility it needs on YouTube, and the checklist reminds you to do all those extra bits and pieces during the upload process. To further enhance your video's metadata, our Boost tool will suggest literally hundreds of tags that you can analyze and then add to your video with a single mouse click. We have a lot more tools we're excited to show you, including the best time to publish your videos on YouTube, our bulk SEO tool that analyzes old videos and suggests new tags to add, the comment template tool that lets you create stock answers to reply to stock comments with a single mouse click, and the trend alert tool that monitors key phrases for you and emails you when there may be videos that you need to watch. For detailed tutorials on all of the tools you've seen in this beginner's guide, plus dozens more, make sure to visit and subscribe to our vidIQ YouTube channel. On the right hand side, you can now watch 100 ways we can help you grow your channel through vidIQ and deep dives into all of the tools we've talked about today. Enjoy the rest of your video making day, and we'll see you on those other videos right now.
Hey, thanks for introducing me to my own show. All right. Yeah, first I just want to say we are really excited you have chosen vidIQ. Thank you so much for downloading our Chrome extension. We know that it's really hard to become a YouTuber. The journey, right, Rob? The journey is difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. And one more difficulty thing is I forgot to turn on my microphone there, so another hiccup from me, but everything should be working now. And yeah, just remember what happens in vidIQ live streams stays in vidIQ live streams.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and answer a few questions you guys have. Let us know what your questions are. Let us know if you want us to audit your channel. I've already got a couple up that we're going to audit. And yeah, please just let us know how we can help you. Our job and mission here is to make sure that you understand how to use vidIQ so that you can develop the channel of your dreams. Hey, I just made that up. Sounds pretty good.
That was awesome. Yeah, Jeremy is awesome for these little sound bites, and I always forget to record them each week, and we could use these as little sound effects on all the live streams that we do.
All right, the first question is there a sweet spot of length videos posting frequency to efficiently reach 4,000 to 1,000? 4,000 minutes watch, 1,000 subscribers to get monetized. YOLO Fire, there is no one prescription, right? There's not one thing you can do. It's a series of things. The biggest I would do is focus your channel so that people know what your channel is about. YouTube knows what type of content you have, and then you can predictably figure out what people are searching for within that topic. Once you're able to determine what people want to consume, and you're able to determine what you're going to talk about, then I would post as often as possible. 1, 2, or 3 times a week would be optimal. If you can't do 2, do 1. If you can't do 3, do 2. But really understanding, I'm calling this your channel focus phrase. So let's say you make princess cakes and that's literally all your channel's about. then you would know that how to make a princess cake would probably be your channel focused phrase, so that you can continue to make content around that. I think the biggest miss, especially people with under 1,000 subscribers and under 4,000 watch time minutes, is people don't know who they are, and YouTube doesn't know what they do. So it's just really difficult for anyone to want to follow you, and it's really difficult for YouTube to serve videos to you if your channel is about multiple things. So focus, consistency, at least one video a week, and give value. Make sure that you're giving content that people want to consume, that actually helps or entertains people. Don't just be another person out there. Make sure you put your flavor into it, and your uniqueness, because if you're like everyone else, then no one's going to care about you. So you really need to hone in on what makes you you, and
Hello, Jeremy. I think we may have lost Jeremy there, just as he was finishing off that really valuable point. I do apologise if he has departed from this live stream. The technical errors do continue there. I do apologise. We'll try and get him back. I'll just put me back on screen. But yeah, some things that I would like to add there. Sorry about this. Yeah, some things that we'd like to add there from myself, Yellow, was that in terms of video length, general rule of thumb tends to be that if you produce videos of longer than 10 minutes and get an average watch time of above 4 minutes, that can certainly help. I've just had a quick look at your channel, and I can see that you have videos ranging between 1 minute to 9 minutes, and looking very briefly, it looks as if the longer videos tend to perform better on your channel, so maybe think about doing slightly longer videos. So yeah, that's certainly something to consider from that point of view. All right, the next question I think we had was from DLRP fans. I hope I've pronounced that channel name correctly. And you were asking that your channel has suffered a significant dip in views over the past 3 or 4 months. It was very successful beforehand, but now you seem to be struggling a bit. So I'm just going to bring your channel onto screen here so we can maybe take a look at your channel and see if we can identify anything that's going wrong. I guess the one question might be is that potentially something has changed in the YouTube algorithm specifically for your channel. And if you are continuing to do the same things that you were doing before, even though the views have dipped and you're expecting different results, then maybe you might need to change your strategy. That's a very simplistic suggestion there. But if your views have been dipping, I mean, I'm just looking, and it seems to be like in the last 3 or 4 months that you used to get like predominantly 2,000 views, maybe sometimes 7,000 views. The occasional video that got a lot more views, 60,000 views there. And then going to your most recent ones, they seem to be more or less in the 3,000, 1,000s. It could be that it's just perhaps if it's dropped by, did you say 25%? That it's, I'm just checking the message here. It's views, only 25 views and an income I've had in June. So it could be that maybe there's some audience fatigue there. Okay, I think Jeremy's joining us back here. Jeremy, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Back. Well, Jeremy is back. So, Jeremy, I'm just going to share my screen here if I can do this. So we're talking about DLRP's channel, which has dropped, I think, by... wrong button there. It's dropped by... Views, I think, have dropped by about 25%. So I was just trying to ascertain why that might be. Can you see my screen now, just to confirm?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I was just looking at his views from a few months ago, which seems to be in the thousands range, like 4,000, 5,000. Occasional ones which have like 70,000, and then going to his most recent videos, and the view counts seem to be maybe a little less. We're into the 1,000s here. And my thoughts maybe were that if something's potentially changed in the algorithm and you're still doing the same things and expecting different results, then perhaps maybe a changing strategy, or it could be audience fatigue here. I mean, generally speaking, the thumbnails look solid and you're continuing to produce a consistent content on a regular basis. I don't know if you have any additional thoughts here on what might be happening to his channel.
Yeah, could you sort by most viewed?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get to that.
So my theory, and I could be wrong, is 2 theories. One, A couple of months ago, kids were possibly still out of school or having fall break.
Yeah, good point.
That's and obviously, that's when the majority of people are going to these theme parks. So that's my first theory. So I'm guessing if you went to Google Trends and you typed in, you click the YouTube search box and you put in Disney and all these different Disneyland, Disney World, you put in all these different terms, I bet you'll see a seasonality to interest over time.
I was just going to say as well, this video here, which has 9 million views, so congratulations on these massive viral videos that you do have on occasion. Perhaps that was carrying your channel for maybe 6 months and you're bringing in a lot of traffic from there. And it maybe kind of distorts the average audience that you get on your channel, so that might be another reason. So it might be that you're not necessarily doing anything wrong, it's just you're always waiting for these really big videos to take off. Might be another idea.
One thing I'll have to say is it's like 6 of the top 5 of the top 6 ones start with Disney.
Yeah.
Or Disneyland.
Yeah.
So it actually may be very important, the order of your keywords and your title.
Yeah,
because
so
if majority of your viral videos have the word Disney World or Disneyland or Disney in them, I wonder if that has something to do with it as well.
Yeah. So those are a couple of potential suggestions, but I would just say congratulations on breaking 100,000 subscribers. Again, I guess there may be some disillusion. They're just not. You're getting 1% on occasion of your audience watching your content. So again, perhaps those viral videos are just somewhat inflating the size of a channel in terms of subscribers, perhaps. But yeah, I think Jeremy's suggestion there of keeping Disneyland, Disney World certainly as the keyword at the front of the titles, maybe something you want to experiment for in the next couple of weeks and months. All right then, so next question. I'm just trying to scroll down quickly here because I don't have chat on my screen for some reason, so I'm just you can see the chat that I'm looking at here. What question do we have? Jeremy, if you have one lined up, by all means can I
share my screen?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen again. We're going to go back to Jeremy and hopefully he can get his up and running. There we go. He's starting to share his screen now. Hopefully, there we go. So we can see this. I can see your screen now. Awesome. Take it away.
Great. Sure. So we're going to look at Rod Fork's channel, 185 subscribers. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna say the first thing I notice. And by the way, there's a reason Rob and I don't typically watch the videos, because like 80% of the battle is to get someone to watch the videos from a discoverability perspective and a branding perspective. So a lot of people have asked me, hey, why are you so harsh on my channel when you haven't even watched a video? And the truth is, obviously your content has to be good and be watched more than your competition, right? So there's a lot to that. But the truth is all this other stuff is also extremely important. So the first thing I would say is I really don't know what your channel's about, and I'm too ADD to actually figure it out on my own. So I would actually put the what and why kind of messaging statement in the banner and maybe a picture of yourself in the banner, so that people kind of know exactly what your channel's for, what it's about, and why that matters to them. Then the second thing I would say is your thumbnails. I would make your eyes and emotion and expressions a lot greater. I would possibly use a different color for the background so that you can separate yourself from the background from the foreground, so that the focus can be on you. Also, it can be unique in the fact that maybe it's a specifically different color than all your competitors. And another thing I would do is I would really just work on your titling philosophy and structure. And then you're talking about a whole bunch of different stuff. So if you are a vlog, then it really does become all about you and not the topics you're talking about. But you talk about so many different things. My biggest suggestion to you is to find one focus, one thing, and then build a series of videos around that one thing. That would be my biggest suggestion for your channel, because what's happening right now is one day you're talking about a hurricane, one day you're talking about shingles, and then you're talking about all kinds of different stuff. What's happening is people just don't really know what your channel is about. YouTube may not have a easy time to figure out what your channel is about. Rob, did you have any other suggestions?
Nothing in particular other than, did you mention the channel banner?
Yeah.
It's somewhat lacking in terms of, like, we don't have a value proposition there. And yeah, just like you say, I was looking at the title that caught my attention as well was I Love Shingles. But then maybe a few videos before that is Get Up, Stand Up for Your Life. And it looks like it's a video about hurricanes. So yeah, where is the focus on this channel? And I couldn't really identify that.
All right, we have a couple more questions. Is it necessary to enable sponsored content? So I guess if someone sponsored your content, Rob, is that like you have to do that if someone sponsors your content?
I think, from my understanding, is if your content is sponsored, then you should declare in the video somewhere that it's sponsored. And I think beforehand, in previous years, you would just say that in the description. But I think YouTube now includes a official tip box where you can tick that so that people, I think it then has a little pop-up, does it, in the bottom left-hand corner, which says it's sponsored, maybe, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But if you're this would only be if your content is being sponsored. Immigration updates by RC Shea Productions. So whether, I don't know what size your channel currently is, as regards to that, you have 17,000 subscribers, so yeah, maybe you are getting sponsorship opportunities at this point. Maybe something to consider. I think, strictly speaking, it's against terms of service to not include the fact that you are being sponsored, because then it would be misleading to your viewers if they didn't realize that you had been sponsored in some way on some content. So I hope that partially helps the question. We've never done any sponsorship on our channel, so we don't have first-hand experience of that.
Awesome. Another person asks, how do you do those auto tag thingies? I'm not exactly sure what you're asking, but I'm going to show you what our software does, and maybe this is what you're talking about. So if you put in a few tags here when you're editing or uploading a video, down here we have something called Boost. And if you have our paid subscription, by the way, all webinar users can get a free 30-day of Boost. If you just, when you're checking out, if you can use the word webinar, you can actually get 30 days for free with Boost. So what this is based on the beginning stages of what tags you put up here, like how to bake a cake, we'll show relevant terms that people are actually searching for based on real data. We also rank this data, and we also can have a lot more data for every keyword suggestion. For example, you can click on any one of these words and you can go into that keyword inspector and find a lot more data. So I guess that's the tag thingy. Rob, did you have anything to add to that?
I don't think so. You covered everything there. You covered autocomplete there, didn't you, as well?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So
well, no, actually I didn't. But if you start typing in tags, it'll autocomplete as well.
Yeah, so there's that option there, and if you are on your own video watch page, you also get tag suggestions as well if you're on the Boost version, which allows you to add tags. So yeah, if that was your question about auto tag complete thingies, hopefully that's the answer to the question.
All right, so keep on going here. Can you still hear me, Rob?
I can hear you loud and clear, Jeremy. Yep.
Okay. So tags can be like 7 words long? Yes. And in fact, the smaller the channel you are, the more it makes sense. For example, in our industry, one of the biggest terms ever for teaching people how to do YouTube is that how to get more views or how to get more subscribers. That's actually quite a lot of words, and it's very competitive. So, Rob, let's give them an example. Like what's a subject we can talk about that is hard to rank for?
Well, Fortnite is the prime example. It's one of the most searched terms on YouTube, and if you just try and rank for Fortnite individually, or you could say WWE, or like a big brand or franchise like the Dallas Cowboys, those are all like your top tier keywords. And yeah, so any of those as topics might be something that we could cover. I always say that with keyword research, you should start with your core keyword, your top tier one, and then make it somehow current. Now that could be season 6, like Jeremy's doing how to bake a cake here, but maybe more relevancy today would be how to bake a pumpkin cake on a budget. That might be like so you have your top tier, and then we're making it relevant to the season, and then we're maybe adding some sort of specific keyword which makes it even more juicy for people searching for something very specific. So Jeremy's just doing a search here, and what results are we coming up with?
Still loading. I've got multiple streams happening right now on my computer, so it doesn't like me. But what's really interesting, and one of my favorite parts of vidIQ's tool, is you type in something like how to bake a pumpkin pie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 4,500 vidIQ actually shows you that there's 4,500 monthly searches for this term. There's a lot of competition, so you may want to do something a little different and little bit longer term. So with a small channel, your odds of ranking well for how to bake a pumpkin pie are very low. So you want to keep on searching for more words and develop these phrases. Another suggestion I have is I've been calling this the channel focus phrase instead of... Anyways, it just keeps on getting longer, Rob. But the channel focus phrase. So if your channel focus was how to make cakes or how to make pies, that would be the first part of it. And then pumpkin pie, easy pumpkin pie recipes would be the second part. So yeah, phrases are going to help you, the reality of a smaller channel, to rank. You're going to obviously rank higher with lower competition. And this keyword score here, this is what this is showing. Search volume plus competition. You want to find overall scores with what, maybe over 40 or 50, Rob?
Yeah, 50 or above is where it starts to get interesting. As a smaller channel, you want that score to be as high as possible, but this is YouTube, and funnily enough, not only you are doing keywords research, but every video creator is doing that. And so these keywords don't last long in the YouTube universe. You've got to jump on them as soon as you find that window of opportunity. And I think also we should mention that when you have a keyword, it's not just a one-shot video. You should be creating a video series on it to punch that section of the YouTube audience numerous times to hopefully establish some sort of authority in that topic.
Yeah, definitely. And immigration, that's so awesome. A lot of we audit a lot of channels here, and a lot of you guys are, over 10,000, 100,000, 1 million subscribers now. It's just so awesome to do what we do, right, Rob? Helping people learn how to do this stuff.
Yeah, and congratulations to you. I see that you're yet another channel who's in the monetization black hole at the moment. We do hope that it does resolve itself for you. A couple of suggestions I have is, and we've made some videos on this, is you can try and send feedback to YouTube and just maybe give them a bit of a nudge on why our channel's still under review. And also Team YouTube is a Twitter handle. It's definitely worth trying to maybe contact them through those methods as well, because I know it is hard to contact YouTube, but unfortunately we here can't look at individual channels and help push that forward in any way. And I think the latest report from YouTube is that they want to try and get this done by all channels currently in monetization review. They want to try and get it done by the end of the year. But I'm sure if you've been in this state for a while, you've been checking the updates and they've been pushing it back time and time again. think I would say is that you already have a relatively large channel, you're getting views, and because it's such a niche area, you may be wanting to look at alternative revenue streams, whether that's sponsorship through companies who work with on immigration and brands and that sort of thing. That's a question you've asked. So yeah, and long term you'll earn so much more revenue from those partnerships than AdSense. So definitely something to look for as you wait for the monetization, which hopefully it will come soon.
And I want to shout out Ryan Hauser. How are you doing? I'm glad your family's doing better. They had a scare earlier this year. It's nice to see you part of vidIQ. So he asks, is there a way to search for a niche that has the cheapest traffic for YouTube ads? You know, Ryan, the cost of a YouTube ad is actually more about targeting, believe it or not. If you're doing, I guess it's relative to if you're doing display or if you're doing in stream, but fundamentally, the more niche you go, you know, specific country, specific target audience, the more likely the ads are going to start, you know, costing more money. My trick, what I like to do is I like to run the ads for, you know, with the small budget for like 12 hours, maybe 24 hours. And I like to have the budget basically, if I want to pay 5 cents for an ad, I'm going to make it 10. And then I go down every few hours, I go down a couple of cents and see basically where YouTube is going to stop delivering my ad. So that's my trick. It's not necessarily a specific video or a specific audience. It's when you narrow it down, it's going to be more expensive. A lot of East Asia and India areas are a lot less expensive to advertise to than America and other, you know, in Europe. Europe's very expensive. So it's relative to where you are in the world, how much, you know, targeting you have. But the biggest thing I would say is just definitely take your time and understand, you know, what you're doing this for. Is it for views, or are you trying to buy, you know, an audience to sell to? Just a lot of testing is what I would say. All right. So we're going to audit this Sharivdia Consulting. Rob, banner.
Yes, it's a bunch of trees. What does that tell me about consulting? Are you a tree consultant? That's the best assumption I can come up with just from the channel banner.
Rob is sassy today. I like it. Are you a tree consultant? Hey, he may be. You never know. But I agree. I mean, if you're a consultant, definitely it's about you branding yourself. So put your face on that banner. Tell me what you consult and why that matters, or why you're different, or why you're better, or why you're worse. Just tell us the what and why of your channel quickly in the banner so we understand if we're in the right place. And then let's actually take one of these videos he's done, success tips and project management. And let's try to come up with to see did he do a good job on these titles. What do you think, Rob? It's like a game show now. Did he do a good job in success tips and project management?
So I think the keyword I'm seeing in each of the titles is success. But what is the core element of these videos? So we got project management, and there was 2 videos on that. But I'm not really sure what the payoff would be here. Success tips in project management, okay, but to what end? How are these successful tips? And I don't know, maybe that's not told well enough in the thumbnails. Like, I can only see the thumbnails very in a small thumbnail here. The second one, I can't even. Is that a woman in a workout gym on around a pole? I can't.
Yeah, I think it's like a ninja or something.
I don't know how the thumbnail connects itself to the title there so much, and I don't know if we did a search for success tips. Is that what people are people searching for, success tips, or would it more be?
People are, but it's success tips for students, from billionaires, from a particular person. So he is
I'm thinking
he's a business consultant. So I guess you really have to you have to ask yourself what this YouTube channel is for. Is it for helping others? And then 5 years from now you have 100,000 subscribers and you're a perceived thought leader for what you're helping others with, or is it to actually make transactions and have your consulting business grow up? I suggest help others in the area that you're the subject matter expert in, and everything else like sales and audience will come if you're sincere and you're you have a focus. I don't think success tips is a good channel focus for you. Rob, do you want to guess in a direction maybe we should explore, and we'll show how we explore this?
Would it be something more along the lines of how to be a successful project manager? That's kind of maybe what I would be searching for if I was completely new to this. I know it's a generic how-to assignment of being of title, but
project management, the PMP certification, there is a lot of search intent around this. I'm going to click project management.
Okay.
And then I'm going to look at the vidIQ tool over on the right-hand side. It's doing its magic right now, so give it a second. And we're going to see related queries: project management software, marketing management, project management, project managers, project management fundamentals, time management. What is project management? And then, I said PMP certification. That's pretty interesting how topical this really becomes. So YouTube and Google.com know that project management is associated with PMP certification. So, one idea is to go down one of these rabbit holes. What do you think, Rob?
Yes, I agree. And project management is not my strong point here. Looking at this, but there seems to be plenty of suggestions here from the top keyword searches, and I think this is a point where you go back to basics and build up a key, like a 10 to 15 keywords, all centered around project management, project manager, and so on.
So he just let us know that he wants to focus on leadership.
Yeah.
So same process, right? So what we're trying to do is teach you how to fish here. We want you to use our software to go see. There's apparently 3 million monthly searches for the word leadership. So leadership training, how to be a leader. Again, with a smaller channel, you're going to want to have a very long phrase, a set of 4 to 7 words, and then make a series of 100 videos for the next 2 years. Or so. I'm just making up numbers to make them big enough for you to visualize this. But pick a phrase, and I would pick it in this space. I'd pick at least 4 or 5 words. How to become a leader or something like that, so that you can be the perceived thought leader on that one thing.
In my very limited knowledge on project management and this type of area on YouTube, I've found that if you refer to books and quotes and perhaps implement them in your title, that can help you. Just looking at, there's one here from Richard Chichester, which looks as if his title is something along the lines of maybe reviewing a book. He has 8,000 subscribers and 300,000 views, and so maybe that is something which may help you. Just give it currency and relevancy. Perhaps Jeremy fame hacking is not quite the right way of describing this, but giving people, helping YouTube maybe with search terms that are linked to leadership may be helpful as well.
Yeah, I think we got to stop using the word fame hacking because it sounds.
I know it's a terrible word. I hate using it, but I can't think of another one.
Another terrible word is trends. And, another terrible word is tent pole. No one knows what that means.
Yeah.
So what Rob is suggesting is to basically use a topic, a book, a person, place, or a thing that is very relevant, has a lot of search intent, and then make your version of it. The best person in the entire universe at doing this is Evan Carmichael. You should definitely look up Evan Carmichael. He does a lot of leadership and business training stuff. He does a lot of top 10 lists. So, for example, with what Rob is saying, he would say the top 10 Will Smith top 10 list from Will Smith. And then he would paraphrase based on things Will Smith has said in the past. He would paraphrase and come up with 10 quotes or life lessons that Will Smith had. So what he's doing is he's tagging Will Smith and Twitter and, trying to get Will Smith's attention. So Will Smith will retweet this video. He's using the success of Will Smith's personal brand, the name, to kind of hijack that. I bet if you typed in right now, Will Smith top 10 or something like that, this Evan Carmichael's video would show up number 1. So it's using other stuff to associate yourself with that topic. That was a really long explanation for a pretty simple. It was. So Texas Brew Crafters, feel free to contact support if you're having a problem. Basically, when you go to pricing and you purchase Boost, there is a coupon code area. Then you type in the word webinar. Again, if you're having any problems with that, definitely make sure you contact us or contact support@vidIQ.com, and we will get you taken care of there. All right. Do you guys have any more questions for us? Feel free to ask now or wait till next week.
I think there's a Brandy J. Newton here, just a little further up on the chat, Jeremy, who was, I think in order to secure his sign up to vidIQ, we need to take a look at their channel.
Okay.
So if you can
Brandy
find
Newland.
that.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
I think, if I remember rightly, this is an estate agent's channel. I'm having deja vu here. I'm sure. You see?
Yes.
Wow.
Real estate agent. You're right. First off, hi Brandy. Welcome to vidIQ and to YouTube. Looks like you've been playing around a little bit and getting started on YouTube. So these are, Rob, have you helped a lot of real estate channels? These are tough, right?
I've helped thousands in my time, Jeremy. But yes, I think what real estate agent channels have a problem with is localization versus the broader YouTube audience. Because do people come onto YouTube to search for 928 Lockmead Court in Ohio? Possibly not. So maybe these videos have been hosted on a website somewhere. So I think this is where the video creator has to think about how to make this YouTube channel a destination for people buying houses or selling houses or dealing with agents, rather than buying a particular house in a particular location. So obviously you want to include these videos about the properties that you're selling, but there also needs to be, I think, more general real estate topics that make this a repeat viewing destination.
Actually, Brandy, I have a lot of questions. I have a lot of ideas, so I'm just going to throw them all down. You can replay this video, but I'm just going to go crazy on you for like 3 minutes. Okay, first, I would not sell the properties on your YouTube channel. It does nothing. Like, honestly. But for example, I live in North Dallas, and it's one of the biggest booming real estate places. A lot of people from California are coming here. Toyota North America's headquarters just came here. So a lot, we have like 900 corporate headquarters. So it's just intense, right? So a lot of these cities around me have won like the best place to live in America, 2018. So my suggestion to you is, depending on the area of how people get to purchase a house, I would actually answer those questions. For example, in my area, best place to live in Dallas, best place to live in McKinney, Texas, best place to live in North Texas. I know people are searching that every day. People from California, people from New York. And so I would really start understanding why people move in your area and what questions those people are asking. And then I would become the perceived thought leader for your area. I would also, go do stuff about the local theater or a particular park or whatever is cool in the area that you're selling homes. I would be kind of like the reporter of that news. I would cover what it's like to live in a particular city and then kind of be the guide of that city. So instead of making a video about a particular house for sale, maybe it's a $5 million house, maybe so. There have been a lot of viral videos lately where people are doing silly stuff, trying to sell houses, but it becomes memes, and it's, they're not selling houses from that. It's just goofy. But my suggestion is become the kind of thought leader of moving, buying, selling in your area. Highlight the cultural aspects of your city, and then just really own one or two cities. I wouldn't try to be, this for everyone. So Rob, any other thoughts there?
You said don't host YouTube videos. I think it would be okay to maybe host them as unlisted videos if the link is somewhere else, but you're saying not show these particular videos to the public because, as you say, it's only relevant to a handful of people, and it's not going to really help a channel per se.
Yeah. So I would, if you're in Columbus, Ohio, I would focus just on Columbus, Ohio. I wouldn't talk about California or anything else. It would just be that one area. We have another channel to audit real quick. Co-edit. These guys, we met them at the conference we went to in Dallas recently. It's a pretty interesting group of nerds. They're really good guys. They have developed a software that works within Gmail, and you can collaborate with people in Gmail. Super cool concept. And because these guys are my friends, I'm just going to blast their channel. You ready for that, Rob?
I am so ready. So ready.
So the first I'm going to start with is the banner. To me, this is probably the best banner we've seen yet today, but I'm still going to blast it because that's what I do. That should be my new name, the Blaster. So you got the co-edit branding, instant email collaboration. That's great. The people look fake. And then the message, because it's gray, doesn't actually look like a message to me. Does it look like a message to you, Rob?
Not really, no. So what you're saying that these look like fake nerds on the channel banner here, yeah.
Fake nerds on the channel banner, and then the message itself almost looks, I don't know, it doesn't look like a Gmail to me.
Yes.
My brain doesn't correlate that visual with an email. It looks like a pop-up. I'm not sure what it looks like, but that is, those small subconscious things are actually kind of important, because you do, like, I would even use the envelope or some type, it doesn't have to be literal. But if you had not the Gmail logo, but an envelope, maybe even said the word email or something, I would just make it simple. Visually, people, aren't the most intelligent when visually, when we look at stuff, we don't try to make it bulletproof for people to figure out what you do quickly. I would have not got instant email collaboration out of the image itself. Okay, moving on. So what do you think about these thumbnails, Rob?
I would give them a 4 or 5 out of 10. I think the good points are that we have a hero, as you might call them, in the thumbnails. And there is some attempt to maybe explain what's going on. The text is consistent, but then sometimes the text is a little unreadable, like how to say, is that vlog number 4. I think the most powerful one is the latest thumbnail. I think there's an evolution of development here, like you've got a custom background, you've cut yourself out.
Man, that is awesome.
There's an icon there, and that's certainly like a good progression. So yeah, I think there's improvement going on there, I would say as well. Still room for improvement here and there.
But that new thumbnail, that is way different, and the most views so far, I believe.
Looks to be, yeah.
Well, no, not the very first one, but good job, man. You've came a long way. So I would actually probably have your face up there if you're the face of the YouTube channel. One of these would be me or you, right, to be the visual face of the company. See if we have any more questions. SRB, when I go to the vidIQ channel, there's not this live. Not exactly sure what you're saying, but
I think he was saying that he couldn't find this live stream on our channel, but I mentioned that this is a private live stream, so it's kind of like invite only through the email, hopefully, that you've clicked on to find yourself here.
All right. Well, we hope you guys are enjoying vidIQ. Please ask any questions to support@vidIQ.com. If you have any questions for us, we are here for you. We're going to be doing this every Wednesday. We do this every Wednesday. So feel free to come back and enjoy the rest of your video making day.
And apologies for the technical glitches we had at the beginning of this live stream. And just to mention, a quick plug for my content. We're doing a live stream on Tuesdays for more channel audits, questions, and we open it up to the entire vidIQ community. So we hope to see you for that as well. And subscribe to the channel for a lot more YouTube tips and tricks. And we'll see you soon. Bye for now.